Hey guys, this is John, and I'm playing druskacik in the 3-minute pool on ICC. Let's open with double king pawn, and we have a Giuoco piano. Ooh, king f1. That was a mouse slip by him. Yeah, let's do a take back. He's offering a take back. Castles is way more interesting. So, okay, so d4. I'll do bishop takes. This is supposed to be the safer line. I'm gonna have to remember some theory here, but yeah, f4 and now d6. Take, bishop g5, I think is the move, and then I always forget what to do at this point. Is it queen d6? Queen d6, c3. Let's do bishop e6. Being okay with a swap if necessary. Okay, we'll play queen e7 against that. He kicks our knight out. We'll come back. So maybe queen c5 is in the mix, but he does not allow that. Let's just play h6 and try to get him to release the tension. Maybe if he takes on f6 and then plays queen f3, I can castle. I don't know, my f7 pawn is a little bit loose. I would probably lose f6. It's a line that's difficult for me to remember sometimes. So queen f3 seems to be the most natural move, I would say. And if I castle, like I was saying, queen takes f6. Let's say we trade. Bishop takes c4, knight takes c4, rook d3. You can go b5 then. I can take on c3. His knight is hanging. Somehow I feel that is going to reduce to a equalish endgame. So here, maybe a5 is a decent move. a5, he takes. Let's do it. So I'm trying to get at his knight on a3 with that move. And I'll take with the pawn. Because if I take with the queen, knight b5 comes with tempo, which I, of course, would like to avoid. You can still play knight b5. Yeah, sort of as a pawn sacrifice almost. But I can't really take it because c7 is always loose. Okay, let's play rook d8. My king might be in some jeopardy in the center. Plays queen e2. So yeah, now he's thinking about coming into h5. Let's take here. Then we'll simplify. Yeah, I'm just fearful of the queen-knight combo. Like, those two pieces can get at me. You can play queen h5. I'll play king d7. She takes that way. Okay, now I can take with a rook. I feel like this is a strong piece. Attacking b4, keeping an eye on e4. Looks pretty good. Maybe I can still evacuate my king to the queen side. King d8, king c8. It's possible to castle king side too. Looks like he's going to disallow that. Okay, we'll go this way. Queen f7 might have been playable too. Let's take that. That's a pawn. My rook can always come back to d4 if I want to cover the d file somehow. It's undefended here, so just making sure there's no forks or anything that would win it. Even if he were able to check on d3, I could block with my rook. Okay, he comes back. Let's go f5. If I were to move this rook, then the b pawn was going to fall. It's probably a good move. Okay, I'm still going to hide my king, even though this allows b6. I'll play c6 if they do that. Okay, now I can go here. So now with b6, I take with check. If rook d1, okay, well, I'll go here now. I'm trying to go queen b6 still. I want the queens off the board. I'm up 2 pawns. Does that move work? I actually saw that move, but I didn't think it worked at all. I have my doubts. Okay, let's ask questions later. Queen c6. Yeah, let's go queen c6.
Check.
Might lose the rook on h8, but I can win b6 here
Check.
after. There's some cool tactical ideas too.
Check.
Like his back rank is weak, so maybe now queen f2. Maybe. Could I do that?
Check.
Gotta be
Time
careful where I'm
warning.
going to hide the king. He has checks all over the
Check.
place.
Check.
There's lots and lots of checks. Don't know if I want my king driven forward. And if I come to the c file, he gets to check on c1. Might have to take a draw here. I'm not really sure about this.
Check.
Yeah, I'm really not feeling king c7, rook c1. At the very least,
Check.
he has a draw there, too. He's actually going to play for the win. Okay, now I have this move.
Check.
It's nifty.
Check. Check. Check.
Okay, he's going for the
Check.
win.
Check. Check.
Still going for the win.
Check. 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 Check.
Still going for the win. I am too.
Check. Checkmate.
Ooh, I got the mate at the end. I knew that going up the d file with my king would result in the rook on d1 being lost. But I really wanted to avoid the draw when he was being so insistent on playing for the win. So, hey, if you're going to do the crime, you got to be willing to do the time, right? So he took a risk in playing rook g1, and yeah, the speed was the most important thing. So I think in reality, after queen takes h6, I definitely should have taken on g1. I just didn't have time to really process that. Okay, that was a satisfying checkmate to get in at the end. Let's take a look at that. Interesting game. So we had a Giuoco piano, and he slipped king f1, but I actually haven't had too many videos where my opponents slip this early on, but I don't know how I feel on takebacks. I don't really have a policy about them. I kind of just use my judgments, and in this case, king f1 was an obvious mouse slip, and the game is a lot more interesting if he castles, so take back granted. So this line, bishop g5, I played bishop e6. I wonder if queen e7 first is the move. I know the queen does belong on e7. It defends f6, and then it can pop out to c5, because their king is open now that they pushed f4. As far as I know, this pawn stack line is supposed to be fine for black, but white does get some active play, as you saw in the game. So I drop the knight back to c6. He plays b4. I'm not sure about b4. It seems to me a move like king h1 would be a better idea. More useful. He just shields the king from any problems on the g1 a7 diagonal. Also, b4 weakens the knight on a3. He might want that knight defended. I was thinking he might play queen f3 too. I think I was looking at queen f3 and then what to do, like if castles. Probably I'm just setting myself up for a worse endgame. I think I was looking at this variation with the pawn on b4 already, but it's also possible here. So b4, h6, he takes, I take back. Yeah, h6 might have been weak, huh? Because he can play queen f3 now and go after f6. I probably should have played something like, I mean, castles looks pretty risky. I don't know, a lot of players who would willingly play castles kingside here, even though the computer likes it. Maybe I should do like take, queen here, as a way to get out of the pin and attack his knight. Even this, though. Take, what, knight e3, aiming for one of these squares? What about rook d8? Rook d8 just invites queen f3. That probably doesn't help me. Maybe b4 isn't as bad as it seems. Because for b4 to be exposed as a bad move, obviously I have to have some good follow-up here. And I was kind of just looking at the computer eval, and it said castles was good. But in looking at this again, spending a little more time on it, I had no intention of castling kingside. So in that case, maybe b4 is fine. So h6, he takes, I take. Queen d2, a5, so trying to strike at this knight. Yeah, again, I don't think the queen belongs here. Queen f3 seems much more natural, and then he attacks the f6 pawn as well. So queen d2, a5, take. I took with the f pawn. I didn't want to take with the queen because of knight b5 hitting c7. I would have to lose time. So we take with the f pawn, and we stay glued to the knight on a3 too along this diagonal. Knight b5. I went rook d8. He went queen e2. I took on b4. He took back. Knight d4. I felt better about playing knight d4 compared to knight takes b4, the greedier move that the engine likes here. So if knight takes b4 and check on h5, do I flee towards the queen side all the same? Looks like it. Yeah, in a practical game, I think white has excellent compensation right now. I mean, even if the engine says -1.5, what am I up now? 2 pawns? But my king safety will always be in question, even when I get to the queen side. Open c-file, the knight poised to create problems on b5. It's not a simple task to consolidate this. So I took and played knight d4, a more practical route to simplifications.
Check.
And here I'm only up 1 pawn, but I felt safer with the knights off the board. Yeah, taking the pawn on e4, f5 is good. King c8, he gets to play this. I wonder if I had a more convincing way to refute rook takes c7. I guess it's the best move. Yeah, I saw that he could do this, but for some reason I didn't really take it seriously.
Check.
I just saw that, okay,
Check.
after he wins my rook on h8, I win the
Check.
b6 pawn, and I kind of assumed that I would be good here. But again, my king safety, that's the big problem. I need like one of my pawns back on the 7th rank to shield my king. This might have been too flashy, queen f2. I just was running low on time. I was trying to find something. But it's an attractive move to play because obviously he can't take due to the back rank threat. But it allows him to check me all over the place. And if I try to escape the
Check.
perpetual, I'm asking for trouble.
Check. Check.
Yeah, so
Check.
he checks me around a bunch.
Check.
I block. And then I use the same idea, queen c2, creating another
Check.
back rank threat. It looks like the game should
Check.
just end in perpetual here. Notice that if I go forward with my king, I can't go to the c-file because he takes with check. But if I go forward with my king, I would lose
Check.
to
Check.
followed by queen takes
Check.
d4. And then take, and I have a d-pawn, but I don't think I can do any damage with this pawn yet. Let's just say here, rook b2, king here, take b7, d2, come behind the pawn, run the a-pawn. I'm too slow. So
Check.
I'm at the mercy of his
Check.
perpetual checking. It's one of these weird situations, like, I kind of want to see if he plays for a win, even though I know he's the one who controls whether he wants a draw or not. I didn't hit the draw button because I was curious if he would actually play for a win. I was kind of hoping something like the game would happen where he plays a mildly reckless move trying to
Check.
win the
Check.
game,
Check.
especially the capture on
Check.
h6.
Check. Check.
Yeah, because we had 3 position repetition. Either of us could have claimed a draw here. And here I had 6 seconds to his 9. I definitely would have played rook takes g1 if I had not been
Check.
nearly pre-moving. And here I just decided to go for it,
Check.
even though I knew this would lose the rook. I was
Check.
counting on my speed. Yeah, and it paid off, and I got a nice checkmate with the pawns.
Check.
Thought for sure he was going to play g takes f3, but he just didn't have any time left at the end.
Checkmate.
And I got the pawn checkmate. Okay, so eventful game, and hope you guys enjoyed that one. I'll be back tomorrow with another Blitz game. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.